And this new record we just recorded too. So
is that one, is it about to drop?
Brody's finishing. I think she had like a couple of small things to do.
How many new songs?
11.
Whoa. So
11 songs, and for Rise Records. And, you know, it was really cool to get back in there and do that whole thing with Brody again and record that record.
Yeah, when was the last time you guys recorded before this?
2004.
Wow. So what's the discography? What's the first one called? Just the Distillers?
Self-titled.
Yep.
And then there's Sing Sing Death House came after that I'm on.
Uh-huh.
Then, Coral Fang. And now this new record that's going to be coming out.
And do you feel like it's a similar style, or have you kind of embarked in some new areas?
Yeah, there's some, I would say it's like the next logical step for the band, you know, listening to Coral Fang and then this record. It's still Brody, you know, it's her. She's really good at the melody thing, you know. It's guitar driven, you know, and it's pretty badass.
I noticed like when she did her solo and stuff, she was a little more melodic and stuff. Does she kind of not want to do that, or does she just pick and choose?
No, I think she lets it rip. On this record, she lets it rip for sure. And,
right.
I know she loves aggressive, loud music, you know. The thing I always liked about Brody is she was really good at marrying like that aggression with like melody. Like her voice is really unique. She's just badass. Just being able to marry that aggression with good melody. This record is like that. I think her solo record and that Spinneret record she did, I feel like that was her exploring what she could do. Working with other musicians, just kind of looking at things with a different perspective. To be honest, coming back and doing it again, and then going to play Reading and Leeds and doing like a main stage slot in front of fucking 90,000 people. After 14 years being away.
Yeah.
To me, that was amazing. And so when we did Reading and Leeds this last time and being like straight, and I wasn't afraid at all, you know. And I was actually remembering and thinking like, I remember doing this in 2005. I remember doing Reading and Leeds in 2005 and being shit in my pants. We were like fourth from the headliner.
Who was headline?
It was with Foo Fighters.
Oh.
Frank Carter, that kid, Youngblood. And us. It's been really cool. And, you know, we played with the Pixies when they came back. That was like a huge thing for us.
Right.
Touring with like, being in like junior high school and like kind of learning about music and like being super into like, Mofo, Uplift Party Plan, and like Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff. And then playing with them, and like touring with them and like hanging with Flea and Anthony and having them come to our show and like, you know, experiencing those kinds of things. It's like, it's all pretty special stuff. So really at this point now, it's kind of, I don't know, I feel happy. I was really nervous. We just played with the Misfits. We did like 6 shows with the Misfits recently. Hearing everybody kind of be like, oh, Danzig, dude, he's a dick.
Yeah.
Fucking watch out. Just hearing all the stories about him. But I love Danzig. I've always loved Danzig and the Misfits. And I saw him like after the LA show. And I was like, I got to say something. And I was super nervous, like hat in hand, kind of like, you know, Mr. Danzig, you know, I'm just like, thanks, like said, thanks for having us or something like that. Since we started doing Distillers again, which actually maybe is a testament to LA and its fucking whackness, is that unless you're doing good, if you're not doing good in LA, you're extra fucked. But if you're successful, I think, at doing good in LA, then it's the best place on earth. Like everybody's in your corner.
So how does that go is the whole band in LA except for you?
The bass player, Ryan, he lives in San Diego.
How do you create new music or practice, or like, do you just have to go down there for a while?
Yeah. When we did this last record, they would send me tapes and or like audio files online, and like kind of did it all online. through over the internet, send files. And then I would go down there like every other weekend and play. And we'd play like all weekend.
Is recording a big deal for you? Like, do you love recording or do you hate it?
I used to kind of hate it. Now I kind of like appreciate all of it, you know? Because like I used to take a lot of it for granted, like being in a band, playing shows, recording, like all those things, you know?
Yeah.
Especially now that we can't fucking do it, I take it even more. It's more of a special thing.
Yeah.
Last go around, like I really tried to be present and like pay attention to what was going on. And we recorded at the studio called Sunset Sound, which is someplace I recorded with Darker My Love in 2007. But it's one of the last analog studios in LA. And it's like Led Zeppelin 3 was recorded there, and like Stones did like Baker's Banquet there, and fucking Prince recorded in the studio we recorded in. And he like loved the studio so much that he tried to replicate it, and that's what Paisley Park Studio is. It's basically the same layout as the studio that we did this record in.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow. Who was it? A special like producer or anything?
We worked with Nick Launay, and he did Grinder Man, like a lot of Nick Cave stuff. Yeah. Nick's great. Yeah, definitely a cool experience.
And then what's like the process of like, you've done some videos. Do you get like a video director and they come to you with this idea, or do you guys come up with the idea and try to find someone to do it?
It's kind of been a little mix of both. We worked with Sophie Mueller and she had an idea, and that was like a real crazy like Hollywood experience on like a sound stage and at Warner Brothers Studios, like a hangar with like fucking, like all this crazy stuff, cameras and 60-foot tall screen and stuff like that. And then we worked with this guy Dean Carr, and that was also like a weird like downtown LA like experience. But then we've also done like some collage stuff that we put together on our own, or like worked with a friend and that kind of thing. Shooting videos is kind of weird. I don't know. Because it's not like authentic. It's not like a skate video where you're skating and you're like actually trying to land the shit you're doing.
Yeah. Who's the best ever? Is it John Bonham? Is it Neil Peart? Is it Art Blakey?
Oh, Art Blakey's amazing. Yeah. But for like a rock drummer, Bonham. But drummers like in punk and rock or whatever that are playing now, I love and always loved Jorma Vic, who was the Bronx first drummer. There was this band called the Icarus Line from LA, and they had this drummer named Captain. His name was Jeff. He was like my favorite dude to play with and to watch. And then number 3 would be Dale Crover. I try to play like the biggest shit I could find because everybody's really loud.
And then what's the name? Do you guys have names or anything for the new stuff?
The new record? Yeah, but I don't know if I could tell you what it is yet.
Oh, okay.
It might change.
Oh, really?
I haven't talked to Brody today. They were supposed to go in and finish. She has like couple, just like the last like 0.5% of shit to finish. And sometimes that's like the hardest to do,
Right.
So
you haven't heard it with vocals yet?
Most of it's done. Yeah.
Oh.
Like
10, she was just doing like little accents and stuff.
Totally. Yep.
Okay.
10 of the 11 songs are done. So it's one song. It's just got to put like the finishing touches on one song, and then should be good to go.
Like what the writing style? Is it going to be a breakup album, or is it going to like what? Is there any theme, or what do we got?
I think there's going to be some songs that to probably deal with the emotions around breaking up. I think there's some songs about her love for her family, especially her kids.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be some songs just about the experiences that she's had. Brody is pretty, I think that her writing style is pretty unique. She'll focus on stuff I think that is really close to her, but also juxtapose that with things that are kind of more out there and in the ether, and kind of try to connect the two. We have, we're supposed to be on tour in Europe now, but it all got pushed to next year. It's a dangerous time. I wish us all the best.